guys, Blossom here. Today I'm going to show you a very interesting and easy recipe, and it's called potato pulao. I like making this during the winter because you want something very hearty but not very spicy with lots of flavors. We're going to soak the rice in advance like 10 to 15 minutes while the potatoes get cooked. The rice will get soaked in the water. So I've already done that, and now I'm going to start with the cooking process. To this, I'm going to add around 1/4 cup of oil, 3 small pieces of cinnamon, 4 cloves. Don't put too much of cloves because cloves tend to be overpowering. And when I put cardamom, I just press it onto the hard surface, crack it open, and then put it in the oil. So when I do that, the flavor of the cardamom gets permeated into the oil and it does not go for waste, because normally people don't like eating the cardamom but they like the taste. So this is what I do. I just crack it like this and I put it. So I've used 4 small cardamoms, around half teaspoon of cumin. I'll wait for that to crackle. Do this on a very low heat so that the spices get time to give out their own natural oils. Just like how you make any biryani, but this is not a biryani, this is a pulao. So it's the same thing. You take equal amounts of rice you're taking with the protein. Because I'm making potato, I'm using the equal quantities of potato with rice. Now it is already sizzling. I'm going to add the onion. This is just 1 large onion slice. Add some salt so that the onions shed the water out and cooks faster. Add some whole peppercorns. I forgot to add it earlier. This is what will give the spice to the pulao, so you can add as per your taste. I'll be adding green chilies as well. Now to this I'm going to add some garlic. This is around 5 cloves of garlic. So I've cut this potato. It's just 1 potato. I weighed it. It weighed 400 grams. So I've cut it in this size and I'm going to put it in. Now the reason why I'm cooking it like this is, if we cook it with the rice, it will become pish-pash sometimes. So we're frying it in the oil so that the outside of the potato becomes crispy. Add some salt to the potatoes so that it enters the potatoes while it's getting fried. I'm going to add water. I've added almost 3 cups of water. Now when I started cooking, I used to always get confused, like how much water should I pour for a pulao or biryani for the rice to cook evenly. Then one of my aunts, she taught me a trick. So as you can see, the water is bubbling now. I'm going to add the drained rice that was soaked for 10-15 minutes. I soaked this just before I could start cooking, and that time is enough. So now I've added the rice. Now how do you know whether what water you've added is enough or no? What you do is look at the amount of water that is just above the rice. It has to be like an inch of water should be above the rice. So then you know the water is enough for the rice to cook. Now supposing you thought, oh, there's enough water but the rice hasn't cooked, you can always add extra hot water and reduce the heat. Put a cotton cloth over it and cook it. So with that steam and that extra hot water, the rice will not become pish-pash, but the rice will get cooked and it will be separate. So that's the trick I learned. If you see, I press like in 2 seconds. After pressing in 2 seconds only, the water is filling in the spoon. That means the water is correct. Now what we're going to do is let the water bubble. We can put a lid on it. The water on the surface should get evaporated. Till then it will be on high heat. Now see, there's still little water left, so I'm not going to decrease the heat. The water should go below the rice. That's when I'll decrease the heat. See, now the water has gone down, but there is still water inside. If you can see, there's still water coming from here. So now what you do is put a lid on it and cook it on a very low heat for like 10 to 15 minutes. So this is the pulao that I've made. Please keep in mind to check the salt when you add water. That's it, guys. Have this with the pickle, the recipe that I'll be sharing or I've already shared with you. Until next time, bye.